It was a bright, sunny morning in the meadow, and Baby Bunny was feeling more excited than ever. Today was the first day of rehearsals for the school play, The Tale of the Woodland Wonder. And Baby Bunny had been looking forward to it all week. He had even been cast in a leading role as the Woodland Wonder, a brave character who explores the forest and saves his friends from a pretend danger. But as he hopped to school, excitement turned into a little knot of worry in his tummy. What if I mess up my lines? What if everyone laughs at me? He thought. The closer he got to school, the bigger that knot seemed to grow. At school, Baby Bunny saw his friends buzzing with excitement too. Floppy the fawn was holding her script, nervously chewing on the corner of the paper. Hooty the owl was practicing his lines, his feathers fluffing up with each dramatic expression. Even though everyone looked happy, Baby Bunny could sense that he wasn't the only one feeling a little nervous. As the first rehearsal began, Baby Bunny's teacher, Mrs. Feathers, called him to the stage. "All right, Baby Bunny. Let's start with your first line," she said encouragingly. Baby Bunny took a deep breath and tried to speak, but as soon as he saw all the curious eyes of his classmates on him, he froze. His mind went blank, and he couldn't remember a single word. He stood there, wide-eyed, feeling his cheeks turn as red as berries. "It's okay, Baby Bunny," Mrs. Feathers said kindly. "Take your time." But Baby Bunny's heart was racing. He quickly hopped off the stage, feeling embarrassed and unsure if he'd ever be able to perform in front of everyone. He started to think that maybe being in the play wasn't for him after all. As he sat in the corner, feeling down, Floppy the fawn came over and gently nudged him. "You know, Baby Bunny, I get really scared too," she admitted shyly. "Every time I go on stage, I feel like my legs are going to shake so much that I might fall over." Baby Bunny looked up, surprised. "Really, Floppy? I thought I was the only one." Floppy nodded. "Sometimes, I even get so nervous that I forget my lines. But I really want to be in the play, and I know you do, too. Maybe we could help each other." Baby Bunny's face lit up. "That's a great idea, Floppy. We could be each other's confidence buddies." With their new plan in place, Baby Bunny and Floppy decided to meet every day after school to practice together. They would read their lines, help each other with expressions, and most importantly, encourage each other whenever they felt nervous. Over the next few days, Baby Bunny and Floppy became each other's biggest supporters. Whenever Baby Bunny stumbled over a line, Floppy would clap her hooves and cheer. "You've got this, Baby Bunny." And whenever Floppy's voice trembled, Baby Bunny would pat her shoulder and say, "Just pretend it's only me here. You're doing great." At first, they still felt nervous, but as they practiced together, they started to feel more confident. They even came up with a special trick. Whenever they felt scared, they'd take a deep breath, close their eyes, and imagine they were in their favorite spot in the meadow, surrounded by flowers and sunshine. It helped calm their minds and steady their voices. The day of the big performance finally arrived, and Baby Bunny felt a mixture of excitement and jitters as he put on his costume. He glanced over at Floppy, who was adjusting her own costume, and they exchanged a nervous but determined smile. "We can do this," Floppy whispered. Baby Bunny nodded, feeling a surge of courage. "Yes, we can." As they stood behind the curtain, waiting for their cue, they held paws and hooves, giving each other one last encouraging squeeze. When the curtain opened and the lights came up, they both took a deep breath and stepped onto the stage together. The play began, and Baby Bunny delivered his first lines with a clear, confident voice. He glanced at Floppy, who gave him a thumbs up, and he felt his nerves start to melt away. When it was Floppy's turn, she looked at Baby Bunny, who smiled and mouthed, "You've got this," with that extra boost of confidence. Floppy spoke her lines beautifully, her voice steady and full of expression. The audience watched in awe as the two friends brought their characters to life, facing pretend challenges and sharing brave words. Their classmates cheered them on, and even Mrs. Feathers looked on with pride. Every time Baby Bunny felt a flicker of nervousness, he would look at Floppy, and she would give him an encouraging nod. And whenever Floppy hesitated, Baby Bunny would beam at her, reminding her that she wasn't alone. Their friendship and support for each other shone through, making their performance even more heartfelt and powerful. As the final scene came to an end, Baby Bunny and Floppy took a bow together, their faces glowing with pride. The audience erupted in applause, and they felt a wave of happiness and relief wash over them. Backstage, their friends ran up to congratulate them. "You two were amazing," Hooty the Owl hooted, clapping his wings together. "I didn't know you had it in you." "Neither did we," Baby Bunny said with a laugh, feeling lighter than he had in days. Floppy nodded, smiling. "I guess we just needed a little help from each other." Mrs. Feathers gathered the cast together and praised them all, but she gave a special nod to Baby Bunny and Floppy. "I could see that you two supported each other wonderfully," she said. "That's the true magic of theater, working together and lifting each other up." As they left the stage, Baby Bunny thought about how scared he'd been at the beginning. But now he realized that with a friend by his side, even the scariest things could become a little less frightening. Facing his fears hadn't been easy, but it was so much better with Floppy's help. Later, as they walked home together, Floppy turned to Baby Bunny. "I'm so glad we didn't give up, Baby Bunny," she said. "We did it." "Me too, Floppy." Baby Bunny replied, his heart full of gratitude. "I'll never forget this. Facing fears is definitely easier when you're not alone." As they hopped and trotted through the meadow, their laughter filled the air, a reminder of their shared courage and the special friendship that helped them both shine.